Widespread damaging to destructive winds and hazardous coastal conditions are expected across large parts of southeastern Australia from tonight and then peaking on Monday. This will be a significant weather event as the most powerful cold front of the year so far sweeps through. First, let's have a look at the warnings. And a severe weather warning is current for damaging to destructive winds across parts of 3 states and parts of the ACT. Damaging winds above 90 km an hour and destructive winds above 125 km an hour are expected over the coming days. And this warning area extends all the way from western parts of South Australia through Adelaide into Western Victoria, and then elevated parts of central and eastern Victoria and the Snowy Mountains in New South Wales and also parts of the ACT. The onset of the winds will depend on where you are. So for the rest of Sunday, we'll see damaging winds developing across western parts of the warning area, the Eyre and York Peninsulas, and Kangaroo Island into the afternoon. And then from Sunday evening, we'll see damaging winds extending into the southern Fleurieu Peninsula and coastal parts of southeastern South Australia. We could also see damaging winds developing across elevated parts of Victoria tonight. And then into tomorrow, Monday, we'll see damaging winds extending across remaining parts of that warning area, pushing into Adelaide from the late morning and extending all the way into eastern parts of the warning area. And so we could expect to see these winds gradually easing up from Monday into Tuesday, but even into Tuesday, we could see damaging winds possible across eastern parts of New South Wales. With these winds coming through, we are expecting significant impacts. Trees are weak across southeastern Australia due to how dry it's been over the past autumn. So we could see high numbers of fallen trees and branches causing damage to property. We may also see dangerous driving conditions due to winds, as well as raised dust and the possibility of blizzard conditions about the Alps with the snow level falling late Monday and Tuesday. Additionally, power lines could topple, leading to disruptions to services such as power. We also do have a warning for coastal hazards, and that covers parts of South Australia's coast, all the way from Port Lincoln through the Gulf and into Victor Harbour. This is for abnormally high tides on Monday. We will see very large waves coming up from the south, up to 8 to 10 metres, and this will coincide with the afternoon high tides or spring tide. We could see significant coastal erosion and inundation of low-lying areas. This does include the Adelaide beaches. We will also be issuing a warning across southern coastlines of Victoria for abnormally high tides for both Monday and also Tuesday. So keep an eye on these warnings if you are across southern parts of Victoria. If you are on the coast, these impacts are expected. First, we will see hazardous coastal conditions on the beach and also out in the water due to those large waves. On the afternoon high tides over the next few days, we will see coastal inundation of low-lying areas, and with those large waves and swell, we could see significant coastal as well as beach erosion. So taking a step back and having a look at it day by day, the latest computer model guidance shows that for the rest of Sunday, we'll see those northerly winds strengthening across the mainland, and we could see areas of raised dust across parts of South Australia and Victoria. And then into tonight, we see that cold front move further towards the east. It will reach the Adelaide Metro later tonight with increasing winds as well as a band of rain and thunderstorms. And then into Monday, we will see that cold front continue to push across the east. Damaging winds will extend across the rest of the warning area, and destructive wind gusts are possible about parts of the South Australian coast, especially with thunderstorms. We'll see that cold front moving towards the east, and a low pressure system behind it will push very vigorous winds up from the south, and we will see showers extending into eastern parts of New South Wales into Monday night. And this does include for areas currently impacted by flooding. And then into Tuesday, we'll see some snow across the alpine areas, gradually easing up from the west, but still very strong winds pushing up and showers about the coast. And for New South Wales, even though the showers will ease, we may see strong to damaging wind gusts across parts of the coast and ranges. So keep an eye on warnings if you are across New South Wales. So with widespread damaging to destructive winds over the next few days, it is important that you keep up to date with the latest forecasts and warnings. You can find these on our website, app, follow us on social media, and as always, please stay safe.